Certainly like the way that we rebounded on Saturday. I thought I thought our passers did a fantastic job against a really good serving team, and I thought we did a really good job of bouncing back after that second set loss and just sticking together and finishing. And that's something that I thought we did a really good job with. We've got an Indiana team that we've already seen earlier in the year, and on Friday, and a nice road trip that we're getting ready for.
Not to bring up bad times, but what did your team learn from that experience against Ohio State that they wouldn't have gathered already before then?
I think one of there's certainly a lot of positives. This has been a team that has done a really good job coming out of the locker room, and the one thing we did not do is we didn't finish. And that's something that we're continuing to work on. I don't think it's a lack of lowering your intensity or not being able to make adjustments. That has kind of gotten in our way a little bit, just that being able to finish, especially when another team is pushing. And that was one of the things that I was happy with on Saturday, is that, we got pushed in that second, and, you go to the locker room and they came out with amped up our intensity a little bit coming out of that, which has not been something that's gotten in our way a little bit. And we finished against a team that was putting a lot of pressure on us behind the service line, and so it continues to be a work in progress.
Kelly Bates reached the milestone. Now Lauren Gillis. I mean, she's fought through some things here throughout her career and done a pretty good job for you, hasn't she?
Yeah, it's happy for Kelly, and just saw her. She just stopped by the office to say hi. It's amazing. You give a team a day off, and they don't know what to do with themselves, so they just come by and it's like get out of here, she's had a great career, and here's another milestone for Gilly, and really happy with the way she responded on Saturday and led the way for us. And yeah, I think she's a few away for this week, and what a special kid, and she's one of those positive life spirits. She just she's got an unbelievable way of brightening up the room and making it fun to come in the gym and every day, and she's had some awfully big matches for us, and I'm sure she's got quite a few more in the tank for us going forward.
Looked like the night before you were toying with a little transition. She played back row only a good chunk of the match, and then came back the next day. What do you think happened with Lauren sort of overnight there?
It's we've been tinkering a little bit with the tempo of our sets to our outsides. We're trying to run it a little bit quicker this past weekend with very little practice time in it. It's and I think we're working a little bit with her transition footwork and shortening up her approach, but she got a hold of a few balls on Saturday, and I think a quicker tempo is actually gonna help her out, hopefully. And it certainly did. Then we brought her inside for what we call rips, sets inside off the antenna a little bit, and that really kind of got her going as well. But the one thing that I've liked about it is that she hasn't. She's kept her strength in practice and in matches. Who would have thought that she would have been a defensive specialist for us, earlier in her career, but that's certainly what she was for a good portion of Friday's match. You go back and you look at the film, and, her hitting percentage wasn't great on Friday night, but she was taking good swings. She got, she decided to challenge the middle blocker a little bit on two balls later on in the match. She probably should have gone challenge the outside blocker or gone underneath the middle rather than going low seam. But, you know, for the most part, her swings were really good. And you go back and you watch the film, and you know, you say, you know, hey, we're probably better with this senior out on the floor, and you know, somebody who's still fighting for us and saying the right stuff, and you know, and she came back and had a really good match. That's one thing that I think Gilly's done a really good job with, is she usually bounces back, or at least this year, bounced back after tough matches, and been somebody that you can depend on that next night, and that was further proof of that this weekend. So awfully proud of her for that.
Anything?
You still experimenting with things, or are you set with, you know, what's the best way to get the best out of your team?
Yeah, we're starting to tighten down our rotation a little bit, and I think that's going to help us going forward. It's, you know, it's there's been a lot of moving parts and a lot of trying to figure some things out, and you know, but I think we're starting to get to a point where we need to, and I think we are. I think, yeah, we're certainly getting there.